Live at the Hideaway for the game. That's right. Not the Ohio State University. The game. When you say the game, actually, I don't like the way this camera looks already. There you go. A little inside baseball for everybody right off the rip.
Hello.
Oh, look at Goz. I thought Goz was drunk. He was just off center. Listen, we love the Hideaway. We love Chad. Chad, one of the biggest Michigan fans. Ash, obviously Michigan fan. I always knew I loved that girl. I always said she's best, prettiest smile in the world. Trout, horrible human being. Trout will be here. He's busy kicking puppies and lighting fires at orphanages. That's what all Ohio State fans do on the day of the game. It's a known thing. It's a known thing. It's a known thing. If you're wondering why I'm not decked out in head-to-toe Michigan gear, I ordered all brand new stuff. All of it. Supposed to be here yesterday. Got an email yesterday. Not going to be here till today. I was like, well, it won't be here in time for me to get here, whatever. Got an email this morning. Won't be here till Thursday. So I'm assuming it's just because everyone realized Michigan's going to win so big that everything went big. But I am rocking the Hail the Victors. I'm ready. So very excited to be here. Very happy. This is also kind of our Sunday show. So we'll do NFL. We'll recap Thanksgiving. We'll do all of that. But most importantly, get to the Hideaway. Come watch Michigan get that W over Ohio State. That's what matters.
It could happen, Levack. Michigan should be undefeated at this point. They don't blow the lead to Michigan State. Ohio State has been on a dominant streak. And we're talking about the history of college football, what they've been able to do over the last 9 games. We're going to talk all about that a little later on when we get Trout and Chad, both Michigan and Ohio State fans, on with us. If you want to be a part of it, again, Facebook, YouTube, social media.
Can make it.
All those things.
I heard he's actively ripping those tags to say don't remove under penalty of law from mattresses in a mattress store right now. He's jaywalking for no reason, just walking back and forth. I've heard that's all he's doing.
Just committing crime after crime.
He's a scofflaw, is what he is. He just walked in a Stewart shop down the road, took all the change for their charity, just right out. He's just like, oh, really? For me, and he walked out.
Terrible.
He's
the holidays.
It's a one-man crime spree from Trout today, the Ohio State fan. Obviously, going to be live from the big house. But if you don't have your house or you want to sell your house, you need to talk to our good friend, Cindy Martin. Love Cindy. She's part of the Jen Karam team over at Howard Hanna Realty. And inventory is super low right now. Like, I know some people are sitting around going, I would sell this house in a heartbeat if I could get the right price. You will get the right price right now. And you know that you'll get the best price if you go through Cindy Martin. Maybe you're somebody who's like, this is my last Christmas in our apartment. I'm not doing this again. I need my own place. Cindy Martin is the way to go. She has an amazing network of the greatest mortgage professionals, inspectors, local attorneys, everything you need. She basically, here's the thing, easy button, Cindy Martin. She just takes care of everything. And she's the kind of person that makes sure you get all the help you need. Like, I had a really good realtor when I bought my house, but now that I know Cindy, I'm like, wow, I could have had a great realtor. I could have had a great, like, I don't want to besmirch the good name of anyone else, but I will tell you this. Cindy's attention to detail, her care for her people, and that's what she says. These are my people. Once you buy or sell with Cindy, you are her people. Cindy is amazing. She can get you into a house in another market. Maybe if somebody's moving to this market, she'll work with the realtors and just take care of you that way. Big sports fan. Hopefully rooting for Michigan today. If she roots for Ohio State, it'll break my freaking heart because I love her that much. She's definitely a big Empire fan. And even Firewolves. I saw she's already got her Firewolves ticket. She loves the local sports scene almost as much as she loves taking care of you. Get a hold of Cindy today. Cynthia Martin. It's a Y. CYNTHIA. Cynthia Martin at howardhanna.com or give her a call, 518-932-5558. 518-932-5558. From the big house to your house, Cindy Martin's got you covered. You like that? You like that? You like that? Cindy, you can keep that. You can use that whenever you're from the big house to your house. Or actually, no, because that makes it sound like people are getting out of jail. Don't do that. Don't use that one. Use that only if they're wearing Michigan gear. Now, Trout should be in the big house. That one. The Who's Cow. Corey's already in. Hi, guys. Go Just Blue. Go Just Blue. He's always closer. He's always so close. I love Corey. Corey, where are you? Get your goofy ass off of your tree stand. Stop shooting Bambi and get over here.
Corey, we feel bad. Your Greenwich Witches lost in the state football semifinals. I know you're shook up.
If you're a dude, are you cool with being a witch? Like, I think it's a great name. Like, I do. I think it's like an awesome, because I don't know any other football team called the Witches.
I also just assume witches are female, right? Always?
Usually, like I thought Warlock, or are they sandwiches? Is it short? Oh, I get it. They're heroes.
Right.
Hero sandwiches. Get it?
Male witches.
By the way, Bloody Marys. This is my first one. I'm really hopped up on the rivalry today. Sorry for everyone who gets sick of how much energy I'm bringing to the table today. Before we get into, you want to do NFL first?
Yeah, I think we should do a little NFL first.
You want to recap Thanksgiving and everything? Before we do that, I got to tell you what happened to me on the way in today.
Uh-oh.
So, speaking of Stewart's, they are doing I can't even think of the name of the holiday charity thing they do, but it's perfect. You throw a change in the cup, you're good to go. You're helping out a bunch of local stuff. Grab my coffee. I'm pulling out, and at my light it turns green almost instantly, right? So I'm about to start pulling out, and I see it's a Honda Pilot. I know it is. You're not gonna like this guy. He just blatantly runs the red. And at first I thought he waved to me, like he'd be like, "Oh, hey, sorry, man, I didn't catch it." No, that dude legitimately birded me on the way through, and I didn't even I didn't honk. I just literally reared back a little bit, like, "Oh, caught me off guard," and then got stuck at the next red light with me next to him. So it took everything I had not to and I'm just glaring if you're watching on the Techies Fire and Water Restoration Facebook page, the Hideaway Facebook page, or Godzilla YouTube. If you're listening to this later on Apple, Spotify, whatever, you'll see I just pull up next to him, guys, and I just do this. And I really just wanted to get double bird him, give him the Steve Austin, but I've got logos on my truck from our friends at Mohawk Chevy, so I'm like I just give him the how you doing? I just made him as uncomfortable. I wouldn't look away. I had a corner of my eye was on the light to see when it turned green. The rest was just staring at this guy with a weird, awkward, flirty smile. Just like, hey, how you doing? And I decided that's better than flipping people off.
Yeah.
He was so uncomfortable. He couldn't get smaller he was like, oh God, why did I flip this big man off?
For those of you who have your cell phone to get some of those gifts, just type in Britney Spears. It's the most popular one where she's doing a judge show and she just turns like that. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? That's what you just did to that guy.
Oh my God, it was great. It's great. There's two things you can do to people who are experiencing road rage that won't get you in trouble if you're in a logoed vehicle, as I've been in most of my life, is just laugh at them, just or just stare at them flirty. Just flirty. I just give them the flirty, a lot of the flirty, which means one of two things is going to happen. I'm going to get beat up one day, or meet a nice man who's going to help me raise my child, I think. We're live at the Hideaway, and of course, this is one of our favorite places to watch football, especially Michigan games, because of our good friend Chad here, who is a diehard Michigan fan. So, guys, Thanksgiving, Turkey Day football. Did you get to watch the games? I know you do. You were in Cuse with the family?
Yeah, I was in Cuse, so half the day with the wife's side of the family, half the day with the
split custody holidays.
Yeah, that's okay.
I hated that.
What do you mean?
I always chose. So we did the rotating schedule. So if you went to, my family on Thanksgiving this year, you went to the wife's on Christmas, and then vice versa the following year. Because I just want to go someplace and hang out. I don't want to be someplace all day.
See, I mean,
moving around all day.
I think that might be a Syracuse advantage in where they are, because they're only 2 blocks away from each other.
Okay,
so it's not like you're driving a half hour, 45 minutes. So legit, I probably could walk. Walk, it's a little cold out. It's probably less than a 5-minute drive to my place. So I benefit from that. That's a huge advantage.
One of the rules on my side growing up, the Levack rule was whoever had the youngest baby, they got to host if they wanted to. Oh. So the baby wouldn't have to travel. Obviously, Scottish people don't believe in contraceptive devices. So that was but by the time Bells was born, my family kind of already scattered to the wind. So it was like, wait, but it's my turn. I get to just put all the food out and then complain that you guys don't love my what? So you had a good one? Yes. Did you have to actually watch the games?
I did. I got to see the poor Detroit Lions and Dan Campbell blow another game.
Man Campbell, and they covered, by the way.
They did cover, but 0-4-1 now with leads in the fourth quarter of this NFL season. 0-10-1. Andy Dalton. What word is the best to describe Andy Dalton's play?
Crap.
Yeah, I was gonna say good's not the word. Crap's closer.
Bland.
C's get degrees, something like that. So they're technically competitive with Andy Dalton.
He's a professional quarterback.
He's got a better beard. He looks better. I like the beard on Andy Dalton.
What happens when the weather turns, man? He's already not good.
Yeah, but the Bears aren't good, and neither are the Lions. They're both not playoff teams, and that's a perfect window when people are potentially making their Thanksgiving Day meals to put that right in the noon window. Good for the people at the NFL, pushing that to the early window. I think we got to sit on the second game, though. Your Raiders, Levack, are really the stars of the Thanksgiving Day games. The Raiders with the upset. They made it close. For those of you who bet money line Dallas, you had some heartbreak, but it was your Raiders that stole Thanksgiving.
I don't feel like they stole because they're good. Basically, what it came down to is this: if you're being very realistic and you're analyzing the way the Raiders work, right? When you lost Henry Ruggs, you lost your offense. That speed threat, that blow the top off the defense, open up the underneath stuff for Hunter Renfrow, the slants and all that for Waller, and give Jacobs a little room to run, was gone. This was the first game where Deshaun Jackson looked like he belonged, right? 35 years old, runs faster than anybody we know. And there was a great interview I caught with Jacobs, and if I would have my S together, I would play it for you. But they were like, how crazy is it that a 35-year-old runs that fast? And he was like, I didn't know he was 35. He just glides. My man glides. So he actually did enough that it opened up the offense and let Carr do his job. It's just amazing to me how quickly people love and crush Carr. Like if Derek Carr has a great game, or this is give him a 10-year extension. If the second he throws an interception, you should draft somebody. Where's Mariota? Like they
got in the end zone, by the way. You think like anytime Marcus Mariota gets in the end zone, they're like, here's the change. Yeah. It's coming. Yep. They want to. We were here at the Hideaway last week, and a fellow Raider fan was telling you it's time for Marcus Mariota, even though he got in the game and scored.
I think you got to use him. Yeah. I do think I think he's got to be used like the thing that still upsets me the most about the Chiefs game was the 4th and 1 play that Alex Leatherwood goes offsides. They had both Mariota and Carr in the game together on that play, and I just wanted to see what it was going to be. Now I know they did some stuff like that. Otherwise, like you actually saw Carr out wide with Diggs on Carr. Like your number one corner for the Cowboys is covering my quarterback, and not Mariota, not the guy with the 4.6 speed. We're talking about Carr, and the way Diggs is. He was either going to get an interception or give him a touchdown to him, even though it was Carr, because that's all he does. He gives up big plays or picks the ball off.
Yeah, and for your Raiders, all that stuff happens, and it could have easily been the end of the season for your Raiders. They could have gone out and got smacked. Look at how competitive the AFC is. They could finish with like a 9-8 record and miss the playoffs and say, you know what? We dealt with so much. It turned out to be an okay, successful season, just not a playoff team. That could have been the end of their season. They saved their season with that victory, even though it's still, again, Thanksgiving. That's how important that win was. You flipped it over to Dallas, and you and I are texting during this game where you said, like, how bad of a coach is Mike McCarthy?
Mike McCarthy is the worst.
A short week, you've got far more.
I'm glad you finally are agreeing with me.
Yes.
I'm glad you finally.
You've been saying this since September.
You felt like I was being mean.
Yes.
You felt like I was being mean. I told you the only way the Cowboys are going to win games is if they unplug Mike McCarthy's headset. Get him one of those fake little Fisher-Price ones. Go stop by the Gap on your way in. Grab the, there's always that like rude person in the front of the Gap. Grab their headset, poke them in the eyes, and then don't poke them in the eyes. Give them McCarthy. They'll probably call better plays.
Mike McCarthy wins a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, and he gets run out of Green Bay, and people say it's not him, it's not him. So look, have the Packers won a Super Bowl since? No. But they've obviously been one of the best teams in the NFC with LaFleur as their head
he's
coach.
Learning. He's getting better every year too, LaFleur.
And Dallas could say, you know what, last season, too many injuries. Nobody could do what they did. Mike McCarthy just got flat out coached. They had no game plan. Yeah, luckily, Dak Prescott, and they gave the ball to Zeke Moore at the end of the game, and Diggs is still making plays as a defensive backs. Their talent caught back up into that game. Not Mike McCarthy, not anything Kellen Moore was doing. They were just flat out not ready for the first half, and that's on McCarthy. So, Dallas fan, here's the problem. If you think Dallas is a team that can get to the Super Bowl, and you only get 1 week to prepare, you're telling me guys like Bruce Arians, Sean McVay, I'll put Cliff Kingsbury in there now, LaFleur, all those other coaches who might be in the mix to be a playoff team, they're all going to run circles around McCarthy when it comes to the most important games of the season.
Well, so God forbid Kellen Moore get out of there. You know what I mean? Like I heard, I'm trying to remember who it was. It might have been one of the morning shows on ESPN. I'm not positive, but one of them was talking about the fact that what are we?
Hey,
what is this? Flounders. I'm. It looks like chocolate milk. So it's Founders Week. So the Founders Big Luscious Raspberry Stout. Ooh.
Yeah, get that high def.
Oh, do you want a mic? You should have a mic when you say these things.
No, Chad said enough.
Chad's being shy. Can we get Chad and Ivy a Jameson, please?
Right, no. Those things.
Okay. Yeah, Tina and the crew are here. We got to make sure we behave ourselves for a little while. All right, I'm excited about that. Should have come with a spoon, I think. It looks like a sundae. I'm ready. Founders, of course, from the state of Michigan.
More reasons to come here and enjoy the game with us. Enjoy those delicious drinks.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. Hunter Renfrow, most underrated wide receiver in the NFL right now.
Yes, and
looks like he should be a driver's ed teacher.
and
he's awesome.
That's Gruden. Gruden loved him when he was at Clemson, calling those bowl games. So the now fired John Gruden did have Hunter Renfrow.
Did you see Renfrow's stats from Thursday?
No.
Who was the leading receiver on the Raiders? Obviously, now it's going to be him.
Hunter Renfrow.
Yeah, but all right, let me put it like this. Zay Jones had 5 catches, 59 yards. Deshaun Jackson, 3 catches, 102 yards and a touchdown. Hunter Renfrow, 9 targets, 8 catches, 134 yards. He had a 54-yard long. He averaged 16.8. You know what I want from Godzilla Media? I know we're actually putting a deal together with Elevation, our friends Elevation. I want one of the Levack and Goz t-shirts to say Third and Renfrow on it. I want a Third and Renfrow t-shirt. Okay. If Dave McClat from Elevation 10K is listening, Third and Renfrow Levack and Goz shirts. I will rock a Third and Renfrow shirt all day, every day.
Black t-shirt, silver writing. Easy.
Did you even have to ask?
Just in case Dave's listening.
Dave's listen. This is the only problem with working with Elevation 10K. I'll call them with like this amazing idea, and then cool, yeah, we'll get right on that. And then like 10 minutes later, I'll get back. It's better, and I'm just like, is it still my idea? Because it's better now, so I like it. But
why are you guys so good and creative?
Yeah, like why are you guys good? Why are you better at this than I? Like it's one of those ones where like there's 2 people in my life right now who I give an idea to, and I know it's gonna grow. Whether a good idea, I should say. Mike Corda, Techies Fire and Water Restoration, majority owner of the Empire, and Dave McClut over at Elevation 10K. Those 2 guys, you tell them a good idea, it's good. It puts steroids in that thing. It's going.
Elevation 10K, and continue our sponsorship with those guys and the partnerships and everything's coming up. I remember my first meeting with them, I started looking around like, is Levack messing with me? Like they're just not. All of this isn't true, right? That you're going to take. Amazing. I cannot wait to show off some of the stuff. The Empire's already got some.
I kind of wish I had joined them before Godzilla Media, to be perfectly. All right, yeah. So Raiders 36-33. But the real, I love Hunter Renfrow. Josh Jacobs, probably, watching that game, I would have thought he ran for 150 yards. It was only 87, but he still, it would 4 yards a carry. Hey, man, you're getting first downs. That's what matters. The real star of the game, though, is the dude on Reddit. My nephew sent me this right before, like earlier in the week. So before the Raiders season started, the guy flipped a coin for every Raiders game. He is perfect.
What?
He has not missed a game yet. So he had them at 6-5. He had them beating the Cowboys. He has them beating the football team next week, so 7-5. Then they lose at the Chiefs. They win at the Browns. They win home against the Broncos, at the Colts, lose to the Chargers end the season 10-7, and make the playoffs. He has not been wrong yet.
I want that coin. I want it right now. I want to start flipping.
I'm just going to bet. I'm going to bet this the rest of the way out. The only problem is you got to make sure you got to follow the spreads. And I'll hold it up.
Money line it.
You could money line it, but hold it up to the camera right now. This guy has been perfect all season long, and it was posted well before the season started. My nephew found it for me. My boy Zach, he found it, and just awesome, just really cool. Like the fact that could happen. So he's probably wrong the rest of the way out, to be perfectly honest with you. And he still would be awesome.
But roulette's, I call that roulette style because it's red or black. What are you going to bet? What are you going to? How many times?
You always bet on black. I saw that on a movie once.
That's right. I think it was Entourage too. Vinny Chase. That was their old tradition. Betting on that.
Because it's from Passenger 57, Wesley Snipes.
Oh, that was not the movie I thought it was. Never seen it.
You never saw Passenger 57?
I know they're redoing Blade with Mahershala Ali. Wesley Snipes.
Yeah. There was a period in time where everyone had to have a plane movie, like Snakes on a Plane, Samuel L. Jackson, the presidential one. I mean, all the Air Force One, all those. And Wesley Snipes was Passenger 57, and it was always bet on black. That was a big line from it.
What was the plot line of the movie? Now
He was an air marshal, and they tried to hijack it.
Okay.
And he, did Wesley Snipes stuff.
Save the plane.
Yeah. Well, the world, I think, actually, because it's Wesley Snipes.
Con Air.
No, that was when he didn't pay his taxes.
Oh
no! I'm sorry, Nick Cage, Con Air.
Cage, Con Air.
The hair in that one is just amazing. Finally, the Bills. The Bills looked like the Bills again. Thank God. New Orleans is not good right now.
Ugh.
New Orleans is that team that thought they could get by without a quarterback, and you can't.
Are you confused by the love of Taysom Hill and Sean Payton? Really confused at this point. Taysom Hill signs a new contract. He's not playing because he's injured. And he's just standing on the sidelines with the hat on. He never checks in.
He looks really good, though.
Looks great with the hat on. Travis Seaman, a.k.a. Trevor Siemian, terrible. Kamara's injured. Mark Ingram's injured.
I just hope that's his porn name one day. I hope he just goes into porn and calls himself Travis Seaman after you called him that for so long.
If someone walks up to me at the Hideaway today and just go, man, the Saints and Seaman just can't get it done, I'm going to be a very proud moment here in the Levack and Goz Hula media world.
The Bills shut down that Seaman like a Trojan.
They did. Well, unfortunately for Bills fans, this should have been your moment, right?
Yeah.
Prime time Thursday night. Josh Allen's back. The offense is clicking. Everybody's looking good. The story from this game is Trey White. Trey White, torn ACL.
Yeah.
They had to rank the players of who's the most important player the Bills cannot lose this season. Josh Allen's still number one.
Right.
Stephon Diggs, probably two.
Right.
But you could make a good case that Trey White could be two. So your second most important player on the team, who should have arguably been the defensive player of the year last season, goes down. That is a huge blow for the Bills. Is it season changing?
Another huge blow. On a square that I was on, I had 1 for the Bills and 5 for the Saints. 31-6 kids.
And
Bills,
the Saints could go for 2 instead of kicking the extra point. Oh,
yeah.
That's a big blow for the Bills. Depends on the quarterback matchups, obviously, of what Buffalo's going to get in the playoffs. Mac Jones is coming up soon. We're going to be here for the Hideaway for that Monday night game, but that's a huge blow for Buffalo, and that could really, truly, potentially cost them a Super Bowl bid. That's heartbreaking for Buffalo fans on Thursday night.
It sucks. It's really, really bad, but the Bills are that kind of team, and McDermott's that kind of coach where I see them rally around off of this. You're still 7-4. I don't know if you win the AFC East. I don't know if you're going to win anyway. Patriots are the hottest team in football, and it's not even close. But you're still a playoff team. And once you get to the playoffs, once you're in, anything can happen. And there's only one bye for everybody. I'm deathly afraid of the Ravens right now. If I'm any other team in the AFC, if you can win without Lamar Jackson, what are you going to do? Like in that locker room, what do you feel like you can do with him now? So I think they're going to be in the 1 seed somehow. But I'm not. I think the Bills will be fine. It sucks. You don't want to lose a guy like that. But when your head coach is that strong of a defensive minded coach and you play great fundamental football, I think they'll be okay. Because they can still, without him, what are you going to do? You're going to hold teams to 28. They can score 31
for sure
every game. So you start doing score math instead of just shutting people down. All right, Levack and Goz live from the Hideaway. That is your Thanksgiving NFL recap. I told you how I got cut off by a Honda Pilot. I just assumed it would be you because you drive like Mr. Magoo.
It was not me. I promise you. Mohawk Honda and the crew over there this month, next month, 2021. Get your holiday season started right, but hopefully with a new ride. Maybe it is the Honda Pilot. Whatever you want for your family, whatever fits your lifestyle, your budget, Mohawk Honda wants to help you find it. Freeman's Bridge Road, wherever you're listening across upstate New York, Glenville, New York. You got time off coming from work. Drive out to Glenville, talk to the great people like Greg Johnson, Cam McKenna, Lindsey Harridan, John and Service, Hot Sauce, everybody at Mohawk Honda. We love the crew there, and it's people that you can trust during the car buying experience. You want the best ride you've ever had in your life, you can make it happen now. And Levack, you and I know this. It's all about inventory. So many places across upstate New York do not have the vehicle that you want, that you need. Mohawk Honda continues to have that inventory for you. And don't forget about the Kelly Blue Book offer going on right now, where you can drive off the lot with money in your pocket and the vehicle that you want. It happens thanks to Mohawk Honda. Continue to follow them on social media. Glenville, New York is the spot for you. Mohawk Honda, where they always go out of their way to please you.
Love it. Our boy Jean Daniel, go Bears. Clearly did not watch that game. There's nothing to be proud of, John. Nothing to be proud of. Remember Nick de Filippo?
Yeah.
And he was the Raiders going to get stomped, and then Michigan. Well, you're 0 for 1 so far, buddy. I know you did the OH, and you're hoping someone else is going to just do the rest of that, but it won't be on this show, my friend. It will not be on this show. Go blue. Go blue, go blue, go blue. We're live at the Hideaway. Giants pull the trigger on Jason Garrett. Get rid of him. Enough? Is that enough?
They were so brutal in that game against Tampa. You and I are here at the Hideaway watching it. You thought there was going to be some opportunities where the Giants could just step up and make.
I'm trying to drink my Bloody Mary faster so I can get to the Founders in the right. Because I don't think it's a back and forth drink. I don't think you can go from a Bloody Mary. No, no. That's
like the that's like the coach.
Can I get a water to cleanse the palate in between? Is that possible?
Chad's like the coach at the end of the second quarter calling for the knee. No more damage.
Yeah, don't do it.
No.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
But for the Giants, Dan Orlovsky from ESPN did a great job with this. There's a play that might sum up the Giants' offense in 2021.
Did everyone get hurt?
Close. There's a route where not one, not two, 3 Giants receivers run into each other.
Yeah.
They all run the same route. And
It's
Orlovsky, as a quarterback's like, what do you want Daniel Jones to do? What do you want him to do? Look, you could say it's a coaching thing that maybe one guy heard the wrong route and they both ran the same. Three guys run the same route for an extended week to prepare. So look, our pal Lindsay, back in the New York Groove, huge Giants fan. Other Giants fans look at that and say, Jason Garrett's the problem. He's this, he's that, and he knows the division. He never stepped up. That is
trust me, she says that. She hates Jason Garrett. When the news came out that Garrett got fired while we were all in the Techies Fire and Water Restoration offices, I thought she lit herself on fire. She let out this shriek of joy when it came across the news wire, and then we're all like, "Are you okay? Like, do we not let her swallow her tongue? Like, what do we do?" And she's like, "Garrett's gone." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool, bye, thanks."
Isn't it far more than Jason Garrett after that game, though? Like, look, the Giants.
I don't know. We'll find out.
The Giants have had moments, and the Giants, we both thought they could cover. That the defense would step up and make some plays. They had some skilled guys that have been added this offseason, but they've got hurt. They're not productive, and everything else. They're just flat out investing in the wrong guys. Dave Gettleman, Joe Judge, Daniel Jones, all the guys they thought, hell, Saquon, because he's been injured, Kenny Golladay, all these guys who thought they'd step up and be good enough, it just flat out has not happened.
But
it hasn't happened.
Let me, devil's advocate, if you will,
Okay.
but like give an excuse here. When I saw that with the 3 wide receivers, my first thought was, that's because everyone who's been a number 1 in practice is hurt. You know, Sterling Shepard was down. Ross down, Pettis board off the board. There's Tony hurt. Like, it's Kenny Golladay, Darius Slayton, Colin Johnson, and I think Chad played wide receiver for the Giants. So I think this is what happened. You can't have those kind of injuries and expect people to know where to be. It sucks. It's like, this is my moment. I'm going to do everything right. And it's like, oh crap, I'm in a pile of 3 wide receivers, and it's not a stack.
I go back to Daniel Jones too, and from the moment he was drafted, I was one of the critics, along with others, that said, I don't know if he's the guy.
Yeah,
are there some other issues that maybe has gone into the Jason Garrett coaching? We're going to find out this week. We'll talk about how the Giants could perform in a divisional matchup coming up. But it's hard for me to shake with that college connection of when he was coming out of Duke, he was considered the 5th best quarterback, at least in the ACC. He was the 2nd quarterback drafted overall in that year's draft class. And at times he has not flat out looked like an NFL quarterback. Other times he has. Other times he's making, but like this inconsistency is not good enough to win games in the NFL. And that goes for everybody, from the skill guys to the coaching to the defense. You can't have flashes of being good and then you got to kind of piece together at some point, and that's never happened for this Giants roster.
Yeah, I think when you ask, is someone else going to get fired or should they? I think Gettleman will be the next one out, but I think it'll be at the end of the year. The Giants are the kind of team to do that during season if they don't have to. And I don't know if it's right that he's out, because I like a lot of his picks. Like, when I look at the quarterbacks who are available at that spot, I don't like any of them more than Jones at that point. Now, if you had taken Sam Darnold the year before, do I feel better about the world? No. Like, he's made the best of the worst decisions at times, and whoever comes in is going to have to clean up whatever's done. And good luck with that. Bring a Swiffer, a squeegee. One of those magic erasers from Mr. Clean, all that. Bring them all, because you're going to need it all. But I'll tell you what I think about this team. I think something big happened. I'll tell you while we do our picks, because I think there's a chance that something special could happen for them the rest of the season. Because that I've waffled back and forth whether it's a done year for them, it's a dead year for them, or hey, maybe they'll go strong the rest of the way out. So we can do that. You want to do our picks?
Before we do our picks, let's do this. Give love to Johnstone Supply and Troy. Our pal Tom. How about this, Levack? You and I are in a mass text. There was some chaos going on between somebody we know, our pal Boston Dan.
Yep. He
goes, Johnstone Supply and Troy, can they help me? Can they make this happen for me? There's the man right there. There he is. Johnstone Supply and Troy is going to help you this holiday season. Whether it's a new nest that you need potentially, like I do.
Can you turn that so I don't have to see it?
They got that in store. 6th Avenue in Troy, 518.
Hold on. Come over here so everybody can see you. Come over here so everybody can see you.
I'll keep talking too. I'll get ready for Trout. 272-5922. 518-272.
All day.
I think it's bold strategy. Bold strategy wearing anal beads around your neck. Bold strategy right there.
Johnstone Supply, Troy, 6th Avenue. caught home this holiday season.
Well, they used to be white, but your mom really likes them.
Oh no!
So you brought a shovel, right? I mean, she died in 03, you scumbag. I mean, I don't mind the mom jokes, but I mean, Jesus, did you bring a shovel?
Sorry, buddy, didn't.
No. Typical Ohio State guy. I told you guys he was out kicking babies. Like that
Where's
necklace.
your gear? Where's your gear?
I told him at the beginning of the show. I ordered all new stuff. It was supposed to be here yesterday. It's not going to show up until Thursday. So I'll have it for the playoffs, which will be great. Yeah, I'm gonna give you one too. You want one? Here,
Yeah.
Look at what he did. Look 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 what he did. He put an Ohio State rock or coconut or something up on the
Careful with
fireplace.
that.
Careful.
Yeah, careful with that. Throw it.
For our audio audience.
Doesn't that throw that right off your huge deck? Right off your huge deck. Why are you wearing a hockey jersey? Are you guys even good at hockey?
Yeah, they're not bad.
Not as good as Michigan.
Actually, not bad.
No, not as good as Michigan.
No,
but
I mean, neither is their softball team either. But I mean, we could sit here
Solid
and talk
softball
about
team.
all that all day. But
who would you rather hang out with? Who would you rather hang out with? The Michigan softball team, all legal, of course. Well, I know you don't care about that, Ohio State fans, but no, I ordered a brand new hoodie and everything because I was like, this is gonna be perfect, whatever. Yeah. Didn't get it. It's not gonna be. So I got the hell to the Victors. I'm ready. Hell to the Victors. I'm ready. I'm ready.
He's got some gear on him. I'm pretty proud of you for that.
And I got the happiest waitress in the history of mankind right there. The prettiest smile right there, wearing a Michigan hoodie, ready to go.
I don't see anyone.
So will you put the microphone on if you're going to talk? Chad's over here in the corner
Back,
hiding.
I say we throw a curveball here. I say no NFL picks. We want to get no.
No, we'll do the NFL picks in a second, but I just wanted to give this ensemble the attention it deserved. There it is. There it is. There's it. We got comments coming in.
I got socks on too, bud.
You got socks?
Whoa. What are the comments saying, Levack?
I've
seen Trout's outfit on social media.
I will tell you both this. There is no game that means more to me than this game. I don't care about national championships. I don't care about Big Ten championships. I care about this game. Either you're 1-0 or you're 0-1. That's it.
So you're going to be 0-1 today.
That's it.
Maybe.
0-1. Maybe. Is this the year?
Yeah.
Again? Is this the year?
How many years were we saying that to you guys? And then recently it just hasn't been the case. But that's all right.
Recently?
That's all right.
16 years, dude.
Yeah. Listen, you have a short memory.
Are we going back to the 30s?
16 years. So
15-1 in the last
ever
16
since
years.
ever since
15-1.
Yeah. Look, almost as long as my dear mother passed away that you just made fun of
don't
on the show.
Don't do poor mom. No, don't. No.
Oh, my dad died like 10 years for that. You want to say something about him too? How dare you, Ohio State fans?
This is gonna be my thumbnail sketch for this episode.
Jay Larkin has called you a homer. Very, very, very plainly called you a homer. He spelled it out letter by letter by letter.
No, that's fine.
All
I'm
right.
from Ohio, so yes, I guess technically that would make me a homer.
Busted, Jay.
The only good thing ever came from Ohio is like roller coasters. That's it.
Roller coasters.
Don't you have like good
I don't
theme
know.
park
The
out there?
greatest golfer in the world came from Ohio.
Who? Happy Gilmore, not from Ohio. You got to have a mic.
Shooter
Please
McGavin
don't
is from
pick that up.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll talk. We're gonna we'll pick the game coming up, but we got to do our NFL picks now. You
Yeah, absolutely.
go back to whatever circle of hell that came from. Have you ever eaten a Buckeye? Like, what was his name? Sorry, what was it? What's the worst place ever? And why is it Ohio? All right, we'll get you back over here. We'll do the pick. We're gonna do the football picks, our NFL picks, real quick, and then we'll get back into the game because that's where we're landing today.
Look at those socks, Levack.
Oh
Look
my
at
God.
them.
Oh,
Show this on camera.
wow. Do they make men's socks or they look at that?
Show that on
Look
camera.
at that. Look at those toothpick legs Trout's got. All right. I don't know why I love him so much.
Not as many NFL picks this week because 3 NFL games have already come
right,
and gone.
Right. So I'm already 1-0 on this week as far as the Raiders go. So now Michigan's going to make it 2-0. I'm not going to talk about what happened to the Knicks last night with Devin Booker just getting
He could have
busy.
scored 100.
He could have.
scored 100.
I hate how they want to make him Kobe, but at the same time, and I think the reason I hate they want to make him Kobe is that he's just damn good. I think I'd appreciate his game more if I didn't hear about Kobe. Or like last night's highlights said, oh, he's wearing his new Kobe sneakers. It's like, dude, I want to watch Devin Booker play. I don't want to watch the ghost of Kobe Bryant. No, R.I.P.
No,
Kobe.
for real. Like, let Devin Booker be Devin Booker.
Right.
It's an easy storyline for the Devin Booker thing. And they had a relationship, and they were his idol. Let him be himself. I totally
Yep.
agree with you.
All right, let's do our NFL picks real quick. We're gonna run through them all, and then we're gonna get right back into college football. We'll get Trout and Chad back over in this direction. See if we can get Chad to finally pick up a microphone for bleep's sake. He sits over there and he like says funny stuff, but these mics are directional, so they don't pick it up. It just aggravates me because it's like, dude, say what you're gonna say. It's funnier. At least somebody's saying something funny on the show. Goz.
Hey.
All right, so let's go ahead and start with that 1 p.m. window. We still want four locks, even though there's less games.
Ooh, you want to go 3?
Let's see what we come up with.
All right.
Let's see what we come up with, because I haven't actually written them down. I've been back and forth on a couple of them, but I'll start with a lock right out of the gate. Give me the Pats -7 at home against the Titans. It's a total of 43.5. I think the Patriots have hit their stride. I think like the Titans, if Derrick Henry is healthy, they barnstorm their way to the number 1 seed in the AFC. I have to admit it at this point, but he's not healthy. And I think you saw them start to wear out. I think Vrabel's a hell of a coach, but I don't think he's as good as the guy who used to coach him. So give me Mac Jones, give me the Pats. I'll lay the touchdown. I'm not laying 7.5. I'll buy it back down to 7 if I have to. Right now it's at 7. We're picking right now, Saturday morning, just after 11. Give me the Pats. I think they show that they're the best team in the AFC.
Oh, this game's a mess because Tennessee is still technically the top team in the AFC. New England, as you mentioned earlier, too, the hottest team in the NFL. New England gets in their next matchup, Buffalo on Monday night. But you mentioned the key there, Mike Vrabel. He's coached really well against Belichick. I think back to that playoff game that ended Brady's tenure as a Patriot, where he's doing things like intentionally taking penalties on 4th down because that's what Belichick did. 7.
And got under his skin.
Oh, I wish the number wasn't 7 because, like you said, if it was 6.5, I probably would have taken New England if it got a little hot. I'm taking Tennessee just because of how bad they were against Houston. They're going to bounce back and do it. I do not feel great about that number. I would pass if I had an option, but I will take Tennessee just because the Titans are so unpredictable, and I feel like New England's looking ahead to Buffalo already.
Will you stop kissing Tommy over Johnstone Supply's ass?
New England wins, Tennessee covers. How about that?
All right. I like it better if my lock comes through. so I don't love it.
Okay.
Guys, next one is your boys, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, -3 at the Colts, total of 53, highest total in the NFL this weekend.
Yuck for Tampa. Tampa looks so good against the Giants on Monday night. Indianapolis has become my team that I root for. I've cashed it. Of all the NFL teams, I've cashed the most tickets on the Colts. Thank you, Taylor Lattimore, and everybody else who's a Colts fan on social media. Our guy Jared, who we're going to get to in a second later on as well.
He went to Jared.
I'm going to take Tampa. I'm going to take Tampa in this matchup. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Leonard Fournette's not going to have a good fantasy day, but I will take Tom Brady in this matchup, even though the Colts every single week look more like a playoff team. Jonathan Taylor, Tom Brady could be the battle between the MVP this season in this matchup.
I mean, this is obviously a look-ahead spot for the Colts. They got the Texans on the horizon. Why would they care about the Buccaneers? No. I think like this is a weird moment for me because I was ready to stick a fork in the Colts. I'm not a big Wentz fan. Carson Wentz is that quarterback who will he's Jared Goff to the next level. It's funny they both came out the same draft, the same guy. They'll have games where you think they can't be beat, and then they'll have games where you're like, how the hell did that guy do that the other day? Tampa Bay's too good. They're just too good, even though they're traveling, everything else. I'll lay the 3 with the Bucks, but I really would love to see the Colts get this W, because if they get this W, then they go ahead and they beat the Texans, who won't be a layup, but they'll play them tough, but they'll beat them. All of a sudden, they're right back in the mix for everything else. If I'm right about the Titans, and the AFC North becomes the kind of South becomes the kind of finish that you all want to see. So, but I'll take Tampa. I'll lay the 3 point. I'll lay the 3 points. Not super comfortable about it. Could legitimately see the Colts win this thing outright, but man. You just got to stop Taylor, right? And then everything else comes together with all the injuries at wide receiver and everything else. Next game, if you complained about Detroit and Chicago, have you taken a look at Atlanta at Jacksonville? The Falcons are laying 2 at Jacksonville. 45.5 is the total. Whew. Can I just flush this one? Is there a flush button?
You mean like last week when we just didn't pick Jags Niners?
Yeah.
We're passing all Jag games for the rest of the season here on our NFL pick segment.
I think the Falcons look at the Jags as a beatable team, and I don't think they're wrong. Give me the Falcons. I'll lay the 2 points.
I like the Falcons as well because I feel as if Kyle Pitts, matchup-wise for fantasy, the Jags have given up a bunch of points to tight ends this season. We're talking like top 6 in fantasy land. So Pitts, Make it happen. And now I say this out loud. I realize I just had him benched for Darren Waller in my fantasy team, so I'm not as excited thinking about this on a Saturday morning. But, Trevor Lawrence on the other side, he has not had that monster great game that everyone's talking about. The future of the NFL. He's a franchise quarterback. We've never had a huge Trevor Lawrence game. This seems to be poised to be that game. Could be a lot of points. Actually, probably think you know what? Lock it in.
Ooh.
I've talked myself into the over for this game.
Over 45.5.
Over 45.5. Lock me in for the over for Falcons, Jags.
It's a crapshoot right there, brother.
And I'm going to, you know what? I just talked myself out of my pick. I want to make sure I get this right. I am taking the Jags. I like talking this out loud. I know Kyle Pitts is a good matchup for I'm taking the Jags in this matchup over Atlanta. I talked myself into it, and a lock over Falcons, Jags.
When we were in terrestrial radio, we had a guy who loved how much we prepped. We just proved that's not true. Carolina Panthers laying 2 at the Miami Dolphins with a total of 42.
Another game here coming out of the South. I will take Miami in this game because of the Carolina Panthers. What I'm finding out, and we'll continue with this storyline, what the hell are the Carolina Panthers?
That's really good, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, the Founders is really good.
Is it Cam Newton? Is it the defense? Is it DJ Moore? Every single week. You know what? What about Matt Rule? I wonder if Matt Rule's done with the NFL. Do you think somebody like LSU or USC is going to call him to come back to college football?
No.
Too much money.
He's going to get his quarterback.
I'll stick with the Miami Dolphins in this game. By the way, the Dolphins are winning a bunch of games in a row. They've really turned around the season. Give me Miami in this one.
Yeah, the Dolphins are that. Actually, both these teams are that weird team where, the Dolphins are a team I thought coming in this year we're going to play superior defense. That we're going to go out there and win a bunch of football games. Panthers, I thought, were just a well-rounded team that were going to play great offense, win a bunch of football games. So far, neither of those things have been true. I will say that I don't know why I went Obama. True. I think that when you look at the 3 wins that the Dolphins have just rattled off, their 3 straight wins, I'm not super impressed. You beat a Ravens team that was beat up, but the other 2 are the Texans and the Jets. Give me the Panthers. I'll lay the 2. I'm very chalky today. I'll lay the 2, and the reason I'm laying the 2 is Christian McCaffrey and Cam Newton. I think that Miami's just stunted enough on offense that they won't be able to score a bunch, and those rushing plays, the multiple rushing plays will be good. I mean, you've got good wide receivers in Carolina, and they're just not going to get in the football. That just sucks. Pittsburgh is at Cincinnati. The Bengals are laying 3.5. The total is 45. Pitt has shown me a little bit this year, like a bit the Steelers. I think this will be a field goal game. Since he's the king of the 3-point game, give me the Steelers plus the 3.5. I don't love it. I just like it, but I'll take the Steelers.
My new theme, it started last week when we were broadcasting on Saturday morning from Hooters. I'm rolling with this until it blows up in my face. Divisional dogs. I'm talking whatever division is in the NFL, you take the team that is getting points. It seems to be a scenario that has worked so far this season, especially with really good divisional dogs and hell, bad divisional dogs. Texans and Titans, an example of it last week. I will take the dog in this game. I will take Pittsburgh, and I'm going to lock it up.
Lock it up. You lock it up.
Lock to cover in a divisional game against Cincinnati. Even though the Bengals beat them earlier this season, maybe they didn't. No, that was the Ravens. Thank you. I will take Pittsburgh in this one.
That's still my favorite thing Goz does. Goz will correct himself and then thank himself. Goz will go, no, it was this. Thank you. And it's like, well, no, I didn't.
No producer?
Right, no, yeah, it's in your head.
Okay.
We're going to find out one day that Goz has multiple voices in his head. It's not just me. All right. By that logic, you're going to have to take Philly in the next game. The Philadelphia Eagles are laying 3.5 at the Giants. Oh, no, you have to take the Giants by your logic. Laying 3.5 at the Giants, 45.5 the total.
Thank you. It's 3.5. That's right. If it was 3, I would not feel as confident about this. The Giants, this is a classic thing I'm learning. Again, this is all about learning here when you wager on the NFL, right? Here's a great example. The Giants were terrible last week. Awful. Everyone's going to look at last week and say, look at this. This is what happens. The Giants are awful. Shut it down. Fire their coach. 3.5. They cover divisional dog. Lock it in. And I believe our pal Boss Dan sent us a thread that's going viral on Deadspin where it's the team that covered the week before against a team that doesn't. You sent that. Yeah. Okay. It's like an unbelievable record. It's like 36-18 or something.
Yeah. So if a team didn't cover the spread, plays a team that did cover the spread, bet the team that didn't cover the spread because they will cover the spread this week. I'm going to take the Giants. I'm going to take the 3.5 points. And I've been back and forth on this one. Lock it in. Lock it in. Give me the Giants plus a lock, and I'm going to do it for doppelganger Levack. For Freddie McLevackins, the new offensive coordinator. Here's what I think about this guy. When you look at Daniel Jones, right? Everybody wants to make him the next Eli because of the mindset. He looks unflappable. I think he looks extremely flapped. I think he looks nervous a lot of times. Why did Baker Mayfield like Freddie Kitchens so much that Freddie Kitchens got promoted out of a job? I think he's got that ability to pull you in and talk to you and work with you. I think he's been sitting there watching Jason Garrett run that offense all along going, if I was in charge, I would do this. If I was in charge, I would do this. And for all I know, he and Jones are having that conversation. I expect Danny Dimes to play slightly better football. I think the Eagles will probably win this game, but I don't think it's by 3.5. Maybe it's a last-second field goal. Maybe it's overtime. I think the Giants will show signs of life for multiple reasons, but the biggest one being that they like Freddie Kitchens.
I was so ready for you to just give like 5 minutes of how physically attractive he was after you said how good he looked.
I don't think he looks like me, to be honest with you, but everybody else, he wears a backwards baseball cap or a baseball cap and a hoodie. He's got facial hair. Got to be Levack. Where else?
I got a picture on my phone still of you with the football and Freddie Kitchens with the football.
Yeah, the same
side
pose.
by side.
You still have that?
The gloves,
yeah. I was trying to find the one where you. I was talking to our friends over at Best Fitness, and I was trying to find the one of you falling off the rowing machine. Best Fitness, the official gym of the Albany Empire. By the way, they stepped in. All right, so that's where I am on that one. Jets at Texans. Texans 2.5-point favorite, 44.5 points, or as I like to call it, the only game left that the Texans will be favored in.
Yeah, the Jets is the answer in this too. Good for Houston being favored in a game. That's alone an accomplishment. Rumors is when we're having this broadcast on a Saturday that Zach Wilson is back. That's the rumor floating around social media. Whether or not that means anything by Sunday, we wait and see. Great example is Adam Schefter said.
It does say he returns.
Yeah, Schefter also said there was no chance that Jared Goff would play on Thursday against the Bears, and sure enough, Goff played. So just question mark on the situation with Zach Wilson. I will take the Jets with him coming back. This is a New York victory. Go gangrene Jets in this one.
Really just don't care about this game. Looks terrible. You know what I think it is? I think the quarterback, you're talking about the wrong quarterback in this game. Give me Tyrod Taylor. I think he might be the guy. Is he the next like Rich Gannon where eventually he finds his spot and he just takes off and he plays great football for somebody for 2, 3, 4 years? I'll take the Texans. I'll lay the points. Again, they're at home. They know they can beat the Jets. I think the Jets are on the right path as far as their general manager, their head coach goes. A lot of their picks look really, really good to me. I'm just not sure Zach Wilson's one of those picks that looks good to me. So give me the Texans. Going into the 4:00 window, you got yourself the Los Angeles Chargers -2.5 at the Denver Broncos. Total of 47.5. Chargers are better than the Broncos. Give me the Chargers.
You already know my answer. Divisional dog, right. Denver. I'll take the Broncos in this one. And again, another lock.
Woo! All right. All right. So the next game is the Minnesota Vikings at the San Francisco 49ers. San Fran is laying 3.5. Total is 49. Goz.
Vikings, Titans, Niners. The list of teams that I still now into Thanksgiving have no clue how good they are. Those are the most. That is almost the Mount Rushmore of confused teams I have. I should have one more because that's how Mount Rushmore works. You know what? I'll put the Giants on there. So in this matchup,
I hate Mount Rushmore.
I just did just for you.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's take the Chargers. Let's go with LA in this one because of that great Sunday night football game. If you fell asleep, you missed a great finish in that one. Herbert, unbelievable. Brandon Staley continues to change the mindset of the Charger franchise. Are they actually having more Charger fans show up? Look, they're not outpacing the visiting team yet, but it looks like a little build's coming for the Chargers out on the left coast in LA. Give me the Chargers, and because of San Francisco, as good as Shanahan is.
We know they're at Denver, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say San Francisco?
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. You said something about you're talking about the Chargers having fans.
Yeah, in LA.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm sorry. Like you freaked me out.
I will take the Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers. I'm done.
Well, now the San Fran. Now who you have San Fran or Minnesota? Because you freaked me out with that when you brought the Chargers back into this conversation.
Oh, I'm sorry. Chargers played the Broncos.
Right. Yeah. So San Fran's hosting Minnesota -3.5. Flawless execution on this show live from the Hideaway, and he's only through his first Bloody Mary, friends. And then I was like sitting there. I just got so confused.
I will take the Niners.
Okay. I decided I'm riding. Or should I say I'm rowing with the Vikings this year? I think the Vikings have turned the corner. I think Kirk Cousins is still an arrogant quarterback as far as his ability versus actual, like what he tries to do out there. But 3.5 points is plenty of points. Lock in the Vikings. Skull, give me the Vikings plus 3.5 at San Fran.
Back-to-back weeks you've had the Vikings as a lock.
That's
In
like
against
three.
Green Bay?
Three
in a row.
Yeah, 3 in a row I've got them. And that's been when they started playing good football. So we're gonna row this thing together. We're gonna row the boat in the same direction. That's where we're going.
PJ Fleck.
Skull. All right, Rams minus 1.5 at Green Bay. Total of 47. This makes no sense to me. This makes no sense. Like Green Bay at home. I know Aaron Rodgers got the broken toe, but still, I like the Rams. But the Rams haven't really done enough for me to believe that on what should be a snowy or like at least a flurry, cold day, in Green Bay, they're favored, which tells me I got to take the Rams because you're begging me to take the Packers. Give me the Rams minus 1.5.
Well said there, Levack. Totally agree with it. It's the whole thing. The line is as stinky as Aaron Rodgers' feet that he showed off at the press conference today.
Yeah, he got ugly feet.
What is going on with that?
Ugly feet.
I'll show you I don't have COVID toe. I was just joking
Well,
around.
he broke his toe.
Pat McAfee.
Yeah, he broke his toe or whatever. He did it when he was training during COVID.
Yep, I will take the Rams as well. This line is a stay away from game because of all the things you just laid out there.
Yeah, no, I would. It's not a lock. It's lock adjacent. And the only reason it's not a lock is the game that you're about to pick coming up. Cleveland at Baltimore. Baltimore is laying 3.5, total of 47.
Baltimore is laying points in a divisional game. You already know this one. This has stayed out of my lock window. I will take Cleveland. This is stay with the mantra of what I said about all these divisional games. I will go with the Browns, but of all those divisional games I've already touched on, this is the one I'm the least confident in because of Baker Mayfield's health.
I think I've gone against you on every one of these, and I'm going to do it again. I'm locking the Ravens. I think 3.5 points is a little more than I would want, especially the only team I think that is as close to what Cleveland does in 3-point games is probably Baltimore. They always seem to come down to a field goal. But I think that game that you win without Lamar Jackson, if I'm that team, I'm looking around and I'm loving myself right now. I feel like I've got it all headed in the right direction. And on top of that, I think Lamar Jackson is actually a good dude who's going to look at them and go, I told you could do it without me. And now we're going to do it together. And now we're going to burn down these arenas. It's going to be big time. So I think I'm going to go ahead and make Baltimore my last lock of the week. We have another game to pick, but I do want to say that we are live at the Hideaway. The game is today. We're going to talk college football coming up in just a moment. Live at the Hideaway. Of course, you can always check us out live on the Techies Fire and Water Restoration Facebook page, on the Hideaway Facebook page. Whenever we're here, we're on that as well. And then Godzilla Media's YouTube, then Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, comment. If that comment is Ohio State sucks, I'll like you even more. Cindy, we just talked about Cindy. She's here. Cindy Lou. She just realtor in the house. The big house, hopefully, Cindy. Hopefully you're a Michigan fan because then we would get along on so many levels. Last game. Well, Monday Night Football. The Battle of the Washingtons. Seattle, Washington, at Washington, D.C.
This is a primetime game?
Yeah.
See, there were rumors out there that this was going to get flexed out. And
we can't flex Mondays, right?
There you go. So there's the problem. ESPN has jumped on that deal.
Right.
Boy, Seattle stinks.
They do.
They're so bad. They're hard to watch in that 4 o'clock window in a lot of games this season.
It's not
Washington.
Good.
How about this? They beat Tampa. They beat Carolina. Heineke's getting better every week. Love Terry McLaurin. Ron Rivera, the whole Washington in this one for me.
I don't think there's a team that lets me down more than the Seattle Seahawks. Like, I was hot with them in the beginning of last season. I think I won like 3 straight, and then I went back to the well too many times, and I went against them, and they started winning again. So whatever I pick here will be the opposite. What'd you pick?
I took Washington.
I'll take Seattle just so you get a win. They just do whatever I think they should do. They do the opposite. So I realistically believe that they are the better team, but I think Pete Carroll is on the hot seat, believe it or not. I think, and he might be the one heating that seat. He might want out. I don't love this game. I don't even really like this game. Give me Seattle. I'll take the point and just whatever. But who knows? I may actually bet the other way on that. Because I'm trying to help brother out. That's what.
Thank you, Levack.
I'm a good guy like that. That's what I do. All right. So that is what we got going in the NFL. My locks. I'll recap them for you real quick because we kind of jumped around a little bit. Pats laying 7. Giants getting 3.5. Vikings getting 3.5, and the Ravens laying 3.5. Those are my 4 locks.
It's all about divisional dogs for me. I like the Giants. I like the Steelers. I like the Broncos, and the one that kind of goes against that, instead of going Browns, flip that one out. And I talked myself in live here at the Hideaway, talked myself into Falcons Jags over instead.
All right, time to get into college football. It is rivalry week in college football. But first,
look at that. How romantic.
don't hold my hand.
Oh, sorry.
Don't hold. That's weird. I don't like it. I'm uncomfortable now. I want to tell you about my good friend at the Integrative Sleep Center, Dr. Fred Dreer. Integrative Sleep Center in Boston Spa, 518-885-6185, 518-885-6185. I'll be going back there shortly because I'm finally getting my freaking implant done on Wednesday. I get the stud in, and then I'll get the tooth, and then I go back and I got to adjust the mouthpiece because it's custom made. No, not gold. I told you, I'm more than, if somebody wants to buy me a gold tooth and it's legit gold, I'll consider it. Okay. But you got to buy it for me. I don't like, dude. I've gone like 6 months with this friggin' thing like this, waiting for my insurance to kick in. No, and look right there to help me all the way through. Actually, to be perfectly honest with you, the only reason we caught that there was an infection was Dr. Dreer.
Oh,
Dr. Dreer at the Integrative Sleep Center in Boston Spa. So when during the process of deciding whether or not the mouthpiece is something that'll work for you or even that you need, they do a full scan. So you do the at-home sleep study, where you bring the stuff home, but they do the quick scan. And he like, hey, this a little cloudy right here. I think you might have an abscess tooth. I think you might have an infection growing. Went to my dentist with it, and they were like, we've noticed it, but it looks like it's gotten worse. Good catch. Let's go. Let's get the move on this before it affects the rest of your teeth. So, Dr. Dreer helping me out on multiple levels, but most importantly, helping me sleep. Why am I shot out of a cannon today? Blame Dr. Dreer. 518-885-6185, the Integrative Sleep Center in Boston Spa. We're not talking about the CPAP mask. If that works for you, fantastic. It's all about you getting a good night's sleep. I knew it wouldn't work for me. Wanted the mouthpiece. Dr. Dreer's hooked me up, taking great care of me ever since. The Integrative Sleep Center in Boston Spa, 518-885-6185. Help me sleep better. They'll help you sleep better too.
I'm wearing my 44 jersey. I feel like we should just get the Syracuse stuff out of the way early. They are playing Pitt in the Carrier Dome, season finale. I feel very, very bad about that game, Levack. You know it. I've said it's the storyline for the last month and a half, if not 2 months. All I wanted was my beloved Syracuse Orange to get to 6 wins so we could go to a Northeast Bowl game and enjoy it. Here's the problem.
They're not good.
Yeah, that's a good start. That's right. Ohio State, Michigan, we're going to get to in a second. Some other great primetime games. I'm just going to say the channels that they're on. Look, Fox.
You can watch them all right here at the Hideaway.
That's right.
They're all on Hideaway.
With those actual television channels, and they are all here at the Hideaway. ESPN needed a game that was their game because the Iron Bowl is on CBS. Ohio State, Michigan is not on ESPN. I believe it still should be on Fox, which it is. Yeah. Yep. So all these big-time games, Bedlam, right? Oklahoma State, that's a Big 12 game. That game, you look at that, that's going to be on ABC, scheduled for that kickoff. So what did ESPN have in the final week in the regular season? They don't get the Notre Dame game. That's on Fox too. They want Kenny Pickett. That's what they want. They want the quarterback to Pitt to have his moment. They want to have it on a primetime stage. And I feel as if this game is going to be all about the quarterback and Todd McShay and Mel Kiper and everybody else. They're going to watch him light up my beloved Syracuse Orange.
But they're going to bill it as Tucker versus Pickett, though.
Yeah.
So if Tucker goes off, they'll be happy.
He's going to wear 34, not 44. That storyline's finally done.
Well, I mean, how could he after you made it look so good?
Syracuse had more players transfer this week. They've now had the record for the most players in this season of any FBS program. They've got now double-digit players that have left the program, including their best wide receiver and quarterback. So, Orange fans, I hope the upset happens. And potentially could be a Fenway Park Bowl or some other crazy bowl. I heard San Diego's now in the mix. But I would say this. I would say Pickett lights up Syracuse, and the hopes and dreams are dashed tonight for my Orange for a bowl bid.
See, I'm already a winner. Raiders won. Marissa and I are friends today. It's a win-win. It's a win. I'm already a winner across the board. But that's the problem with Cuse, right? Like games that you would expect them to get run, they play well. Pitt's a 12.5-point favorite. I think you'll keep within a touchdown. I don't know.
I don't need to cover anymore, Levack. I need to win, baby. I need a victory. I need 6 W's this year. Cover does nothing for me this week.
All right. So they win, they get a bowl game, lose, they're out.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. You're not going to bowl game. I just don't see it. Bloom's off the rose with Dino Babers for me. Like I always thought he was going to be a guy that I was going to have fun talking about teams stealing him from you for years. Now I think it's going to be one of those things where he ends up at Eastern Kentucky Tech or something. Not even
Eastern Illinois.
Not even like I don't know if Eastern Illinois will take him at this point. At least that quarterback factor that is Eastern Illinois, Tony Romo and Jimmy G. I mean, no, I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. I'm sorry, buddy. I wish it would because I would love to go to that game with you.
It is pacing for the 6th season as Dino Babers is the head coach of Syracuse with 5 losing seasons.
Oofa. Oofa. All right. Do you want to do more of them, or are you depressed? You just want to go cuddle up in a corner with your hatred of what's going on?
I mentioned Notre Dame, one of my picks this week. If you're a Notre Dame Fighting Irish fan, and I mentioned Syracuse, right? Like you were on the bus, you and I, we had a great time there at the Shamrock Series, the Yankee Pinstripe Bowl, where the hell they're calling it out these days and changing it every year.
You didn't have a great time.
I did. We consumed a lot of adult beverages.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, your dad has got me drunker than any human ever has in my life.
Notre Dame is going to pound Stanford today. That is one of my locks in the college football world. Here's what Brian Kelly's going to do. He should be screaming like a madman. The face gets all red and scream out, "Leave no doubt." Notre Dame, after Bear Felica 2 weeks, said there is no chance that Notre Dame is going to get to the college football playoff. Run to whatever casino you can to place a bet that they're not getting there. They are right in contention to get in the college football playoff. They're a 20.5-point favorite. It was a 19-point. It continues to go up. Stanford quit on the season. They're all done. Notre Dame is going to try to put in touchdowns in the fourth quarter, up 21 points. Madman Brian Kelly. I love the Irish, and they're going to show that they should somehow, some way, with a few losses here and there, get into the college football playoff. I love Notre Dame today. And Oklahoma State.
We'll let's do the big rivalry games.
Yeah.
Okay. So Oklahoma State. That's Bedlam, right?
That is Bedlam.
What do you think of Bedlam?
Oklahoma State, man. Every year in a row, you've been so close. This is your game. This is your moment. This is your mullet, Mike Gundy.
Yeah.
Right? Oklahoma, there is no chance both those quarterbacks are going to be on that roster next season. This is a Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield situation. Somebody's leaving, whether it's Spencer Rattler or Caleb Williams. Here's the rumor floating around. Our guy, Lincoln Riley, you and I love him. LSU fans are all following him. The baseball coach, there's rumors that Lincoln Riley's going to jump to LSU. I don't know how true that is if you believe Twitter.
But isn't Oklahoma coming to the SEC?
There you go.
Why would you jump? What's the point? Yeah.
Yeah, so I like Oklahoma State under.
This is a ton of money. How much money are we talking about here?
Yeah, exactly. Oklahoma under in that game because the defense is actually really good for the Cowboys, and I like Oklahoma State in that game to finally beat Oklahoma.
-4.5.
Ooh, I liked it a lot better at 3. 4.5 is not a great. You know what? I split it, right? Get like 75% of the bet to the under, and then 25% to that 4.5. Gross. Oh my God, it's a big jump from Tuesday.
It's not great. All right, let's see. What are the other ones? So you've got you've got the Iron Bowl, Auburn, Alabama.
20.5 is a dirty number in that game.
Last I saw it was like 21, so 20.5 is not terrible.
Boy.
Take 20.5 right now.
I would pass on that game because we know Auburn and Alabama is always, we don't say throw the records out the window, but I just use that cliche. Fine, deal with it. I would pass on that game.
Cliche like siren.
That's right. Because they're looking ahead to Georgia anyways next week. Should be a great game. Hopefully Auburn can keep it close early. Bo Nix he's not healthy. He's not the quarterback that they want out there. I would pass. Still should be a good game. Not the same type of game we've seen the last 10 years, though, in that rivalry.
What is it? Clean, old-fashioned hate game? Georgia Tech?
Look at the size of Jordan Davis. Look at 99.
Oh, my God. It's a mammoth human being.
Just eats double teams all day. He eats actual
double
cheeseburgers,
beings. Too, it looks like.
How is Georgia Tech going to score? Like, if you could get a total of like under 9.5 points for one team at Rivers today, do that. I have zero idea how Georgia Tech's going to get the ball in the end zone against Georgia. So I would take Georgia big in that game, unless it's the same thing. They're looking ahead to Alabama, but who cares? The defense is that good. Georgia gets ready to smack, and I think they're going to smack Bama next week.
Did you say under 9.5?
Yeah.
That is the team total that I'm looking at right now.
No way.
Yeah. Under 9.5. Under
Okay,
over.
Take it.
Under 9.5?
Yeah.
You think they only scored 9 points or less?
Then again, I just said, yeah, I'll say 9.
Right.
Take the hook. Take that hook.
All right. I'm just looking at it all as we go. I'm putting my bet slip builder together.
If you do that, by the way, just send me $5. Or I'll send you $5.
I think you owe me a nice amount of money. All right. Well, is there another game you want to pick before we get to the game?
Okay, one other one. The last one I had here, Florida State. Florida has fired Dan Mullen, their head coach. Florida is not interested in defense. Help me with this one, because this feels like a classic game, because both teams, history, great tradition, blah, blah. Feels like neither team actually wants to win and play in a bowl game. Like, does Florida State really want to go to some random guaranteed bowl or Gasparilla Bowl in Tampa? I don't think Florida State wants to do it. And I know Florida doesn't want to do it because Florida wants to transfer. Everybody wants to leave, blah, blah, blah. But the number's only 2.5. So I'm staying away from that game. I really wanted to take Florida State, but I feel like that should be a 6.5-point game. I'm staying away from that game, but it feels as if you're going to put any money somewhere in that rivalry game, it should be on Florida State. But neither team really wants to spend the next month with their coaching staff.
All right. And then there was one There's one game left to talk about. That's it. Unless you want to talk about Jared Lozier first.
I do want to talk about Jared Lozier. If you're looking to invest your money, Levack and I were just talking about our college football wagers.
Which I might need his help after today with the way things are going.
Jared Lozier is your guy at Northeastern Insurance. Northeastern Insurance is your place for 2022. If you're looking to invest your cash, whatever it might be, you're looking for your home, your business, the things that are most important to you in your life, Jared Lozier and Northeastern Insurance can help you today. Give Jared a call, 518-956-3753, 518-956-3753, or his email, jaredl@nemail.com, jaredl@nemail.com for more information. How you can contact Jared. He's a Colts fan. He's playing my Bucks this week. I'll be shooting him some texts tomorrow. He will help you for all those finances. We love Jared. He's usually hanging out here at the Hideaway. Hopefully we'll see him a couple more times. A couple more times before the end of the year.
Love
Jared.
Love is a strong word. I'm not saying it's wrong.
Love is strong.
Yeah. I don't know. That's tough for me to say. I love that guy. He does have he's a good dude. I love picking on him. Does that count? Can I count that?
Works.
All right. We are live at the Hideaway. It is that time. It is time to get into it all, to talk about everything, to decide who we all decided will win the game. Do you want to wear the headset or you want to use the mic? It's up to you. Use the mic? All right. You might have to turn it on the side. Just blow into it like you normally do for those things that shape.
Ohio State, Michigan, Levack. Here it is. The moment you guys have been
Sorry, I
waiting
was just finalizing my best.
While you're doing that, I'll build it up a little bit because of all the years we come to the Hideaway. This is by far and away the biggest Ohio State Michigan game that we've been able to do.
The Hideaway is what, 3 years? It's your third year?
Yes.
We had the cancel.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
I love this place.
And congratulations to you two. It's nice to see
That
you two
we're
back
still
together.
that we're still welcome.
Get
your hand off my knee.
It was a little. Hey, I didn't sign on for that.
Listen, Goz and I never broke up. Corporate structure broke us up for a little bit, but we were still, he's always been my boy, and we knew we would do the show some way, some shape, some form. But
like a weird high school or college, we just went on break.
Gurk could just say, Trout.
Hey, what's up, Gurks?
Where is he? I was gonna say.
I don't know. I thought he would be here.
And then he also said that Jared Lozier must be paying us to say that. I think he means me. Listen. I can't mess with Jared because we're playing the last tournament. He completely overrepresented how good he was at golf. He completely he made it sound like he was way better than he was. He was supposed to carry our team.
Wait, Jared?
Yeah, he did. So at one point, late in the day, I just happened to pendulum swing and catch him right in the goonie goo hoo. He rolled around on the ground crying like a baby, but he got up laughing. And that my friend is a friend of mine right there. You can if you can take a good goonie goo hoo shot and we're good to go. Yeah, and you're good and we're good to go.
What does that mean, Gus?
Find out, Jared, JAREDL at email.com.
Look at the size of the gazintas on her. How old are you? Gazintas are feet. All right, the game. I love. First of all, Ryan McCarthy is officially kicked out of Godzilla Media. Quote: I just hope Michigan and Ohio State both have fun today.
Get out.
Get out,
Ryan.
Get. Take your bald head and get out.
Get out.
Trout, make your claim. What's going to happen today?
Honestly, there's a couple things that worry me. Number one, it's going to snow.
Global warming? What? Sorry.
CJ Stroud is from California. I don't know if he's ever played in snow. That worries me a little bit.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Apparently, there's a bunch of guys out from Ohio State.
Yeah.
That I have from my inside sources tell me. One of them is a defensive back, Banks, and Master Teague is out. I'm not really worried about that.
Yeah.
But
COVID situation or injuries?
I don't know.
Okay, all right.
I don't know.
Ohio State did the same thing in the Big Ten title game last year. Remember against Northwestern, they just randomly were gone. But okay, that's how they do it.
Yeah, they were just randomly gone. At least they played the game.
That's true.
Right. 22 guys are out.
That worries me.
Okay.
I have two keys to the game.
Okay.
Number one, the first key is
whoever scores more will probably win.
Yes.
Okay. I like it.
Number one, the first key is if Michigan doesn't get any pressure on CJ Stroud, they're in for a long day.
Fair. That's
because if you let those three wide receivers, which is complete bullshit that they were not, and none of them were nominated for the Blitnikoff.
Unbelievable.
I mean, you can't. I would think that all of the votes get canceled out Is that, correct me if I'm wrong, is that a fan vote thing?
What happens is for the Biletnikoff, there's two ways they do it. One comes from a committee, one comes from a vote. So like they could have said, hey, Wilson or Olavi is going to get to vote. But if they're good enough, okay, they should have been on the list. If they're good enough, put them on the list. But I'm totally with you. Those are the best wide receivers in the country, both of them. And you can go as far as all three of them. Yes, I'm totally with you.
There is another Ohio State that was nominated for the Biletnikoff, but he's playing for Alabama.
Yes, that's right.
So a transfer from Ohio State.
So what you're saying is much like, a reformed drug addict. He made the right decision, got out of a bad situation, and now he's better off.
Maybe so.
You got to put this on. Put it on. There we go.
There he is,
He's on
folks.
camera, but Chad is here, and we
folks.
can actually hear him now. Hold on. He can't hear us yet. There you go. Now he can hear us.
So Chad, Trout said one of the first two keys of the game. They got to get pressure.
They got to get pressure on Stroud. Otherwise, it's going to be a long thing. And I think Ohio State needs to stop the run, because I don't think your quarterback can beat us all by himself.
Go ahead, Chad. The voice off camera.
Oh, I don't think our coach could beat you. I think when the power went out in the Super Bowl, so did Jim Harbaugh's ability to win big games.
That's not what I was really hoping for. We're the Michigan fans.
The one thing I can't understand.
I feel like Trout said nicer things about Michigan than Chad has.
The one thing I can't understand about Jim Harbaugh, he's a former quarterback. I don't understand why they haven't had a stud quarterback.
And he's had him everywhere he's gone. Everywhere he's gone, he's had a stud quarterback. Stanford, San Fran, everywhere he's gone, he's been able to find one. Not here, not yet.
He's climbing up trees. He's playing Netflix. All these recruits, just not one that can play quarter. Although McNamara has been better than anything he's had so far. He's not going to win the Heisman. He's not going to be an All-American, but he's not going to lose the game, we think, today. Although the Michigan State game, turnovers was the difference for Michigan in that one. They should be undefeated if they don't turn over the football in that game.
Yeah, but they gave up the run early in the Michigan State game. They should have stayed. That's what got them there. You ground and pound, and they gave up the run completely and put the ball in the quarterback's hand, who's not an All-American, who's not going to win the Heisman, and you put the entire game in the kid's hands. So stay with what got you there, guys.
Yeah, this is my thing. If McCarthy takes more than 2 snaps under center, Michigan loses. Stay with what you're doing. You want to bring him out for some trick plays, do some crazy stuff, fine. 2 plays under center, any more than that, we're host. That's what I think.
I don't think you'll see many trick plays today in the snow.
Have you seen Harbaugh? Have you seen him? He's
crazy.
crazy.
That's a fair point.
But he's looking more and more like Bo Schembechler, like a skinny Schembechler. So I think he's going to start figuring it out. I think he's going to get it together. I think today's the day. All right. So what's your prediction? What's the score? Trout, by the way, decked out. If you're listening and not watching on the Hideaway Facebook page, the Techies Fire and Water Restoration Facebook page, or Godzilla Media YouTube, Trout has Ohio State beads around his neck, a Buckeye hat, and an Ohio State hockey jersey on.
Don't forget the socks.
And Ohio State highlights were playing right behind you while it was all Billy, which is great.
Right, and Ohio State dress socks. Yes.
Well, ultimately,
Curse the team. Go ahead.
Do it.
No.
Come on. What's the prediction?
I think Ohio State needs to get up early to take the crowd out of it, to be honest with you. I think it'll be closer in the first half, but I think Ohio State's talent and their depth and their inability, I just don't see them stopping all 3 of those wide receivers. I'm going to say 38-20 Ohio State.
38-20.
38-20 Ohio State. That's what I'm going to
say.
say.
6.5, and he says it's going to be a close game.
Yeah, and it started at, I believe it started at 7.5, and then it went up to 8.5, and now it's down to 6.5.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
And you know what they say when all the public is betting for one team? You got to go against them.
Yeah, but we don't know it's public. Could be smart money. Could be sharp money. You don't know.
Could be.
You see the Barstool story when it first came out?
I don't know what this Barstool thing is you speak of. I mean, have you heard of Godzilla Media? Hey, a lot of people say it's a wealthy man's Barstool.
All right.
You done messed up when I start saying nice things about Goz's creations.
I take Gozzy over Dave Portnoy any day.
No.
1,000%.
Hang out with.
1,000%. Oh my God. 1,000%.
What do you say about Barstool? Go ahead.
Guys, this is where Trout gets you tweeted out to Dave Portnoy, and you get buried by the Barstool fans here. Way to go, Trout.
Listen, the
Stoolies are coming after.
Oh,
no, not the Stoolies.
Wouldn't want to piss off the Barstool fans.
Yeah, right.
Levack, you've been down that road before, pissing off the Stoolies.
But they're irrelevant. They really are.
Not again.
They are.
Levack,
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Well, no, it was, but see, it's almost not fun to talk shit about them in a podcast. Like on radio, it was fun because they didn't mean anything. Now we're in the same medium, so now when I pick on Barstool, it's like it's almost just to get clout, and I don't need that kind of clout. I'd rather not have clout than have a bunch of dudes who like just recently saw what a boob looked like off of porn start coming after me. You know,
at the Jeff Levack, by the way, Levack on Twitter. Stoolies.
By the way, that hit article from Business Insider, bullshit. That was bullshit. Portnoy's he's I don't think he's a good guy, but he's not that guy.
Chad, prediction for you. All right, how are you feeling about this game?
Let's see here.
By the way, you can't see Chad. He's off camera because he insists on he can either be seen or heard. He can't be both. Blue and maize, head to toe right now. Head to toe, blue and maize, ready to go.
I see blue and maize though. Subtle Michigan fan. I'm not
like
wearing, I'm not wearing beads.
If your mom's new boyfriend was a Michigan fan, this is what she'd be wearing. He'd be wearing. Or if your mom's new lesbian girlfriend was a Michigan fan, this is what. Sorry, go ahead. You won't come on camera. I got to get people that idea.
Was inappropriate.
Yeah, my mom's been dead since 03, and you talked about her with beads. I mean, come on. We have lost control. This is not tolerated here at the Hideaway by the classy establishment. Classy. Not so classy you come in and root for Michigan, but, you know, whatever. All right, what do you got?
I don't know. I think it's going to be close for 3 quarters, and then you hope Harbaugh figures out the 4th quarter, but history tells you that that's not usually the case in these games.
I know what he's doing. This is what he does. Plays it like this, and that way when they're winning, he's like, I did that so they'd win.
The reverse jinx.
Right,
I like it.
Right.
I'm just here to enjoy some great beers from the great state of Michigan, watch a good football game, and hope we don't lose.
Chad is running for office. The swing state votes in Michigan and Ohio. I'm not trying to get
Founder specials going on today, by the way, at the Hideaway. Get in here and watch the game. Guys, who do you got?
I really, Trout's scouting report there is really good about that first half where if Michigan gets down 14-0, they're in trouble. I don't know if they're going to be able to come back if they get down by 2 touchdowns really fast. I've told you, Levack, all season, 97. I keep calling him 97 because I felt like a coach when I first watched him play. I might have been intoxicated at a casino like, hey, who's that 97 for Michigan? He's a hell of a player. Hutchinson, you talk about guys got robbed for awards. The fact that he's not nominated for the Bednarik, the best defensive player in the country, he should have been. That's the difference. If Michigan keep close in the first half, it's going to be a game to the 4th quarter. I would go 28-21 Ohio State and a touchdown late by a wide receiver just blowing by somebody ends up being the difference. I'd go Ohio State by a touchdown, 28-21. But this should be one of the best Ohio State and Michigan games we've seen since the day when they were both undefeated. Mike Hart, Chad Henne. That was at 06. That's probably on pace to be one of those games.
That was an incredible game.
That was an awesome game.
That really was.
Getting that today at the Hideaway.
Well, yeah, come watch it here at the Hideaway too. Even if you don't have a team in the game, you definitely should come watch it here because you'll feel like you're on one side or the other. Most likely be against Trout because most people just don't like him. All right.
Well, let's hear it.
I'll say this much. Michigan will cover the spread today.
Well, this is what's going to happen.
6.5.
Michigan will cover the spread.
This is what's going to happen. Tied game, very late. Maybe Michigan trailing by 1. Michigan's going to drive the field. It's going to look like it's over. And for once, the crappy referee call is going to go on our side. First down, field goal, clock expires, Michigan wins by a field goal or less.
Woo.
For once, the crappy ref call is going to go on the side of Michigan, and we're going to win this game. Last second field goal. That's what we're going with. That's what I see. In the snow.
Did you bring in the same crew that you brought over, for the Las Vegas Cowboys game? They working for you?
I can't afford them. I need Portnoy money for that. We'll get back to Marshall. Listen, it's not my fault that McCarthy has the most undisciplined team in the NFL.
Oh, God,
that's
terrible.
So we need the same crew from the Brady Tuck Rule game.
Yeah, right. Remember
that I can see. That I can see.
Brady was a Michigan guy, so
I can see.
Let's run through this real quick. Some of the comments that have come in while we've been here. Jay Larkin, sweet. Notre Dame makes the playoffs to get embarrassed again. Tom Gurka, hola, my friends.
Thanks, Gurka. Contributed to the show.
Then Jay Larkin again. We're ignoring the most important game of the day. Purdue versus Indiana. Good to see the guy who teaches people to make beer over at Schenectady County. It's drinking a lot of it this early. Then you've got Tom Gurka's customary fuck Ben Simmons. Yeah, your tickets. So if you have that, and then Jared Lazier wants to know what's the bet between Chad and Trout on today's game.
Honestly, we haven't made one.
Ooh, it's
There's no time like the present.
We haven't made one.
No time like the present.
Can I suggest one? Maybe a situation involving painting.
Yeah,
Whoever's
whoever's going
got
to
to finish it off.
finish it off.
Guys, I'm not a big fan of heights.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now.
I
as
think-
you can see,
As you can tell by the
all the way
line
up
that
there.
we
Right.
recorded today
that's
up
as
the
far
wall.
as the roller goes.
All right. fair
I think
enough.
loser gives Levack $100. I think that's a good bet for you guys. I think that's the way to go.
Should we
I
go
think-
classic fight song? Maybe the next time we're at the Hideaway, someone's got to sing the fight song if we have the rights for that at
Oh,
Godzilla Media.
man.
That might not be so bad.
I'm all right with it. We can do that. Jay Larkin said that all your gear came from Walmart.
No.
He's clearly a Michigan fan.
Yeah.
Girk said Trout's on drugs. He must have seen the paint job. And Tina's just put a heart out there for you. We got to think about that bet real quick. Matt Bob can't wait to get Goz drunk on Christmas.
Oh my God.
Are you guys dating?
Hello, Matt. Oh, he said every time we get a lock pick wrong for the NFL, we have to take shots. Now's our punishment. So I think he's saving those up for the Christmas show.
Gurkha finally
like
made
that.
his pick. He loves Trout, hates the school. Nevertheless, the guys 28-24.
All right. Close to basically kind of close to mine and Chad's pick right
Yeah,
there.
and then no, it's there it is. So who's what's the bet? Are you guys doing a bet or no? Chad, Trout?
Drinks, dinner.
I got dinner with an Ohio State fan. After
That's actually,
Listen,
that's a
Yes,
loss.
but
in
you-
itself.
listen, we spend enough time together. All right.
yeah. Right. Well, this is for
I
us
don't know.
more than it is for you.
And if I had to
That's
pay
true.
for his dinner, he'd probably wear that ugly ass jersey.
You know what's gonna happen, Levack? One of these guys is gonna get up like 7-0 or 10-0, then want to bet in game. We're gonna get like a live.
We got live betting.
2021
We got live
game.
betting. We just keep a list of
In-game
live
betting.
bets
Yeah.
between you guys.
That's allowed.
So
We could put together a bet that Michigan covers.
all right.
with the spread,
Oh, I'll take the spread all day
all
long.
right.
Yeah,
All right.
Listen, I'm not stupid enough to bet it straight up.
As a matter of fact, Chad, I'll give you 10.
Ooh.
I'll give you 10 points.
Oh,
This is where the man just curses his school.
right.
I'll give you
What
10.
are we betting for 10? Because I might be in on that one too. I mean, that I feel pretty good about. All right, so get over here. We got 10 minutes until, well, a little over 10 minutes till kickoff, as Michigan finally beats Ohio State. Finally.
I feel like I've heard that before.
Yeah, I've said it every
For
year
like
for
the
like
last
16
10
years.
years.
Yeah, but this is the year. This is
Oh.
the year.
So this is the year.
Yeah,
Okay.
and if it's not, next year will be.
Okay.
And so on. and
I'm
so
very
forth.
familiar with this concept as I am a Browns fan. So
Right.
I will.
It's not the year for
I
the
will.
not.
No, it is not.
Matt Bob says, "Man up, straight up cash.
Oh, okay,
Just bet
Matt.
straight cash."
Bitcoin? What about Bitcoin?
Ooh.
NFTs.
Ooh.
That
An
hurt.
NFT.
Uh-oh, we got a little light up right
Now
there.
it's
All
just
right.
started to get interesting.
Guys will tweet out whatever the bet ends up being, but I want to get situated so I can watch the game. So so that's that.
You and I are back here at the Hideaway on Monday, December 6th, when we get Bills Patriots. You're talking about some big games. We got Michigan, Ohio State today. Bills Patriots gonna be a battle on Monday night.
Oh,
Make sure to come out
my.
and join us for that one on Monday, December 6th.
Monday, December 6th. So I'll have part of my tooth by then. So I'll have part
Gold,
of it.
gold tooth, gold
Yeah.
Hideaway logo
Loser,
right on it. Baby.
loser pays for a gold tooth for me. That's it. That's
Oh,
it.
how nice,
There you
guys.
go. One more comment I want
Gold-plated.
to yeah. No, it's got to be gold. Our girl Sydney, she just wanted to point out that the guys at Tech East did an amazing job. She had a client that needed help. They put her in touch with a plumber. They took care of everything for the client right away. So happy, and she is so relieved. So Tech East Fire and Water Restoration, my parent company. Good job.
All right, shout out
Cindy,
to Tech
great
East.
job. Cindy was one who found us. So made sure that we took care of it. So there you go. All right, Hideaway. Get over to the Hideaway right now.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm just like I'm in. Like I'm in now. I'm in game mode. Like I was all fired up and ready to goof around. Now I need Michigan to start running the football. Do we want or not want the headgear to go our way for ESPN for Michigan?
I think you want Corso to have the headgear on, right? I think so.
He's going to put the Buckeye on. He's going to put the
That's the mascot he's picked the most in his
Oh, I
career.
think
Yeah.
so. The first one he ever picked, too.
yeah.
Sebastian
Been a loser
Maniscalco.
since day one. I don't know.
All right, we're done. This has been a lot of fun. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Thanks to the Hideaway for being one of our favorite places to watch almost everything, except for Trout paint. And we always like being here. Get over here, come on, hang out with us. It's gonna be a blast. Like God said, we're back on the 6th for a little Monday Night Football. Goz, subpar job today. I just want to point that
I
out.
thought it did fine.
Subpar,
Wow.
You did
subpar,
well.
subpar. Well, you know, I lost. Everything fell off when Trout started picking on my dead mother. That was when.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, some low blows.
Oh, not to make your day worse, but this just did.
Is she still dead?
Not to put the more pressure on Jim Harbaugh, but it says here that if Michigan doesn't win this game, that they're going to get demoted to the MAC.
Well, I'd like to see that. Actually.
Maybe they can have some more success in that conference.
Cheaper to get into. We're great in the conference. It's playing Ohio State that we're very good at. That's fine. How many team gear did you trade to have that paid for, or is that just tattoos for the players? All right.
half.
So, all right.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Yeah. Happy Mother's Day, Trout.
So let's go enjoy our great beer from Michigan. I'll get
Founders.
Ooh, yeah, you guys drinking the Big Luscious?
Yeah.
I'm about to get that.
Yeah.
I thought Big Luscious was going to be a totally different thing.
How fast do you drink yours?
It's good.
I didn't even get a start on mine.
Let's see.
Yeah.
He put his he pinkied up. He pinkied up.
And
All
another
right.
Michigan fan.
Yeah.
Is born.
No,
right?
he's a Syracuse fan. We don't really need that.
Come on, baby. One more against
Yes.
Kenny Pickett,
Right.
which I don't feel good about.
Kenny knows
All right.
Pickett.
Do
All
they
right, guys.
cover?
Good luck to all your teams, unless you're an Ohio State fan.
Mhm.
And then you can buck out yourself. Later, guys. Be good. Peace out.